I come alive in the dark. Baby, I come alive in the dark. Looking at you is mind numbing. Baby, I come alive in the dark.
Confusing.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Natalie's Grandview. We're live streaming tonight on our Facebook pages, which is probably how you're watching, or our YouTube channel. And so we thank you for tuning in. With this pandemic that we're dealing with, of course, we are not having any live audiences for a while. We're doing carry-out delivery and live streaming. And so live streaming pretty much every Wednesday through Sunday, so please check out our calendar. And you know, we're all trying to do our best to survive this. We hope you're all doing okay out there. And you know, we're just trying to bring Natalie's to your living room. So you know, appreciate you checking in with us. Also appreciate ordering food from us. That's really important. We have our pizza, our reduced menu right now. We also have to-go cocktails, some of the local brews and wine. And every night that we're streaming, we're doing what we're calling our live stream and chill package. And it's $50. And for $50, you can get your choice of a pizza and then choose whether you want a bottle of wine, a 4-pack of local brew, or if you want to do the cocktails. PJ's been creating some new cocktails. I think you just saw the little brief commercial to kick off this evening. And of course, the way you can donate and help us out with our special guests and with us is through our PayPal link and our Venmo. And Natalie also created on our merch page on our website, there's also a link there that you can make donations as well. So thanks again for tuning in. And about a month or so ago, we had an opportunity for a real unique collaboration. And that was with the Ohiolina Music Festival. And many of you probably have heard of that. I think they started some years ago up in the Mount Vernon area and then moved to the Grandview area. But they, due to COVID, weren't able to do their festival this year. So we got together and decided that it would be a good collaboration to present some live stream programs here this month of December. We're actually doing 8 together. And we have the proprietor and the founder of the Ohiolina Festival with us here, Chris Koenig.
Hi guys.
Hey,
Hi
Chris.
everybody. Hi. Yeah. I'm so happy to be here. And let me give a second shout out to the pizza, because when I walked in this evening, I already had dinner and I said maybe I need a second dinner because it smells amazing. So good job on the pizza. You guys need to pick up a pizza. So yeah, happy to be here and happy that we have Tim Easton.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about how what is Ohiolina? Let's start.
Yeah, so you know, for all those watching, we just dropped off some I call them car magnets, but they're magnets for your you know, car, refrigerator, and really, if you can see this, you know, if the camera can see this, this is the state of Ohio and North Carolina combined into one logo. And my wife, who is the creative one, said, why don't we call it Ohiolina? And there's sort of a personal connection. We didn't talk about this last time, but there's a personal connection of my wife and I are both from Ohio, but we met in North Carolina. And everybody I talk to always sort of has that same sort of story of, hey, you know, my cousin went to Duke. We vacation in the Outer Banks. We know people in Asheville. I mean, you know, whatever. It's just, there's this weird kind of personal Ohio-North Carolina connection that we like to celebrate. And then as I mentioned last time, it's roughly Appalachia from Ohio to North Carolina. So when you have West Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, and parts of Ohio, it's really some of this Americana music that Ohiolina is trying to celebrate. And so anyway, that's Ohiolina, and that's what we're about, is this personal and this cultural connection of celebrating Americana music, and that's where the name Ohiolina came from. So I just dropped these off today, and they're free up at the front desk, and And so order a pizza and get a free magnet to celebrate Ohiolina. And what do we call the package? I like the name of the package.
Well, the name of the package is Hit the Road 2020. Nice to see you.
Oh, that's the theme. But what's the
2021.
pizza? What's the pizza and the brews package?
Oh,
called?
that's the live stream and chill.
Live stream and chill.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
But the theme of
Yes.
the Ohiolina
Yes.
collaboration
Yes.
is when we were first met with each other, I think we were in agreement that, man, 2020
It's time
has
to
not
go.
been the best
Yes.
year.
Yes.
So let's incorporate that into the theme.
Yeah.
You know, so long 2020, we're looking forward to 2021 being a better year. And so we also talked about artists that we were wanting to present.
Yep.
And of course, we had some of ours that we're thinking of anyway.
Yep.
And so we kicked it off with our annual John Hartford tribute.
Yep, that was
I hope
great.
Some of you saw that last weekend. And tonight is our second one. The ones coming up, we actually have a string of them this week. So we have tomorrow night, Paul Kovac and David Mayfield, a great acoustic duo. On the 11th, we have Pop Gun, a local group. On the 12th, on Saturday, we have Sydney McSweeney doing her A Holiday show.
I'm excited about
Really
that one.
looking forward to that. And then next weekend, we have the Floorwalkers that do an annual holiday show. And then we'll wrap it up with two special shows. The Hoodoo Soul Band on the 20th of December, throwing in some holiday tunes. And also, their special guest is going to be Sydney McSweeney as well. And then we're going to wrap it up, as Natalie has done from day one, the great Teenie Tucker, blues artist, and her full band. We're going to do a virtual New Year's Eve celebration. We'll have some special at-home cocktails
Yep.
and food. So
That sounds
check out our
awesome.
calendar. All of those are posted, so mark your calendars. But let's talk about our special guest tonight, because that was one of the ones that
Yeah,
an
I
artist
pushed
that
for
you
it.
certainly mentioned.
Yeah. So Tim Easton, I'm so excited. I mean, Tim drove up from Nashville just for this show, and so you guys are in for a special treat. And I was telling Tim earlier that when my wife and I met in Winston-Salem, we saw him play live at a local venue. I mean, this was 10 years ago, called The Garage, and in Winston-Salem, and that was the live music venue, very similar to Natalie's down in Winston-Salem. And so so it's just crazy, you know, how small of a world and the Americana scene is, but also how these Americana artists are so resilient. And you know, just like you, I miss live music. I miss, you know, us all having an audience. And but props to Tim and all the live music that we have coming up that are willing to do this without a live audience and continue to celebrate all the Americana music. So really excited to have Tim here today, and I think you guys are in for a special treat.
Great. We can't thank you enough, Chris.
Yes,
And,
thanks a lot. And I'll have Tim come on up and take my spot. He's better looking than I am.
And so the other thing that we ask you to do is during the show, chat with us. Let us know who you are, where you're checking in from. If you have any questions or song requests, I don't know how set Tim is on his set list, but I've known him over the years that he's pretty open to a suggestion here or there. So hey, Tim.
Hey, what's up, Charlie?
Good to see you. Thanks so much for making the little bit of a torturous drive up. Trying to get across the Ohio River with no bridge. That's always tricky.
Yeah.
Did you have to
yeah.
boat across, or what did you do?
Well, yeah, I didn't know the bridge was out because I never used my maps thing to get up to Ohio. I know the route, so I just go for it. The phone would have told me that the bridge was out and that it was going to take a huge detour, but I made it. We're
Yeah.
good. Some other things happened along the way, but I love to drive through the Commonwealth of Kentucky to come back to my more or less home state, Buckeye State.
Yeah. So I know you'll talk about some of this during the show, but I'm especially excited. You've reunited with Brad.
Yeah, man.
Brad Jones.
Yeah,
and
I
have
just
a new record. So tell us a little bit about that.
I was just listening to all those mixes today. So I've made a new record. I made a couple of folk albums in a row, like just simple acoustic records in order to kind of survive and get by. And then as last year was winding down and this year was starting, I committed to making a full band album, to returning to that full band sound. And picked a tough year to get, an ensemble together in a room often. So it took 6 or 7 months. The producer, Brad Jones and Robin Eaton, who made my Special 20 record, Brad actually got the virus. His whole family did. So there was just a lot of delays and stuff. But we worked through it, and I just listened to all the mixes. It'll come out probably next summer. Actually, is what I'm hoping. Yeah.
Looking forward to it, and of course, those of you that have followed us at Natalie's know that Tim was one of the first artists that we presented back in 2012 when we opened up at Natalie's Coal Fired Pizza, and so it's always great to have him back, and we look forward to hearing some of your new tunes and all that. So we won't keep you too long. I think we're all anxious to hear the song. So thanks for making the drive up, and I'm going to turn it over to Tim Easton.
Thank you, Charlie. Good to see you again. Thanks for inviting me up. Thanks for feeding me those wings. That was worth the drive right there. Yeah, anybody at home, anybody in Columbus, Ohio that's able to order up some Natalie's food, support a great local business, and it's just wonderful. If you're kind of a wing aficionado, they make some good wings here. Start out with a brand new one. It's called Real Revolution. I had come undone. I was feeling unsung. I went back upstate. Got my bell real wrong. Thought I knew where I was going. Forgot where I came from. I fell asleep on a job, people, and woke up on the run. I was in need of a real solution. I dreamed of a real revolution. My old way of thinking had me tied up and blind. I was out of direction, I was out of right mind. Tired of backsliding, living in the past. Tired of going absolutely nowhere fast. I had a problem that needed solution. I was in line for a real revolution. Real revolution does not have to be violent kind. Revolution takes place in your heart and in your mind. Don't you turn your back on it this time. Turn around to face the real revolution. Out in the big world there's lots of pain, monsters and shadows and terrible things. There's something else that's stronger than the night. You have to be willing to change up the fight. Admit your mistakes and what has been said and done, and turn into the light of the real revolution. It's a real revolution. All right. Good evening, friends of Natalie's and Ohiolina. I think North Carolina definitely makes it into my top 10 favorite states. I was just there a couple days ago in Asheville, checking out this thing called Citizen Vinyl, playing the ISIS Music Hall there. It was a live stream show. Love doing the live streams. Thanks, those of you that are supporting all the live streams. I know there's been a lot of live streams going on. We appreciate you supporters of us gypsies of the live stream. It's been quite a year of playing to the camera. But I can handle it. I was a street musician for like 7 years overseas. After I left Ohio State, here in the capital city, I took my poetry degree over to the streets of Europe and took this guitar here, which I bought in Columbus 30 years ago. And I went over there and played a bunch of songs on the street, a lot of Woody Guthrie songs, Sonny Terry, Brownie McGee, some Bob Dylan, some Muddy Waters. And, learned to write songs over there. Kind of, that's where it took off in the writing for me. And now I'm going to play a brand new one here. This is called Speed Limit. And this came out of an expression a friend of mine said. Her name is Tree Butcher. And she said, my speed limit is 24 hours. Any more and I go out of my mind. I took both those lines. Thank you, Tree. I said, thank you very much. I will use those 2 lines to write a song. Speed limit. Speed limit is 24 hours anymore and I go out of my mind. I can't worry about tomorrow. Yesterday is just a waste of time. Destination is a big dead end. I'm moving when I'm standing still. I'm not trying to find myself. I don't need any more time to kill. Delusion only gives a few clues until you're living on a run from a life. When the pain of staying the same outweighs the strain of making changes. Stuck in the middle of a losing game, I was just about to hang my hat. Just because I got out of the rain doesn't mean I won't still get wet. Mama told me not to get stuck on a hill. Daddy said you got to be your own boss. Thirsty man drinks his fill, the same after both the wins and losses. Every time I go with my head, I just step all over my heart. When the pain of staying the same outweighs the strain of making changes. I don't need to run a marathon or spend all day in bed. The worst enemy I ever had is the one inside my head. If I ever get satisfied, I'm gonna rearrange all arrangements. When the pain of staying the same outweighs the strain of making changes. When the pain of staying the same outweighs the strain of making changes. All right. Playing a couple of newer songs for you. Here's one that I've never played anywhere before. Play a brand new one. Right, this is not on the new record. I might have sang it in my living room a couple of times, but this is a brand new one. This is a time when, not a lot of us, we can't hang out with our immediate family or our older parents and stuff like that. My dad is 95 years old, living up in Akron, and I wasn't able to spend Thanksgiving with him, and I won't be able to spend Christmas with him, but I know that I'm not alone in that, and a lot of us are going through that, so hopefully we can use the technology to hang out with our families a little bit, and it helps either way to check in with a family member or a friend if you're feeling a little blue. This is a song I wrote for my family. Let me see here. It's called Here For You. When I hear you talking, my mind is hopping. We all have our days, wandering ways. If you are the sweetest, then I'm just the beast who loves you still. Say what you will. I'm alone, waking up early to write you a letter. I know your dad didn't mean it, and I hope he gets better. We have our daughter, she's mostly water, vinegar too. She's just like you. But when she gets honest and drops truth upon us, we look at each other, we love one another. I fell asleep with the lights on, and it's no wonder. Anyone walking the dog's path can see that I'm under. The weather keeps changing, but I'm always here for you. No matter what you told your friends, I'm always here for you. Even when I'm gone, let the rain be our song. The men when you're torn, your rosebud and thorn, forever and more. I'm always here for you. All right, brand new for you. Brand new for you, planet Earth out there. Anybody checking in from, oh, we got Scott Fouts checking in from Arizona. Mike Branham checking in from Circleville, I bet. Let me see here. Got a couple of requests coming in. Charlie Jackson and I go back a few years. He more or less introduced me to the woman I was singing about in that last song, and the mother of our daughter, and from Circleville, Ohio. Plenty of Circleville bits coming up in this set. I've written it in, it's a perfectly named town to write a song about, Circleville. I mean, come on. People think I'm making it up. I'm like, no, it's a real place. So is Defiance. Defiance is a real place. Right now I want to send a song out to my friend Lorraine. She lives here in Columbus, Ohio. She's looking for a job. She's an old Jersey girl from way back. I believe she's a Jersey girl. Let me know if that's incorrect. I'm pretty sure. I met her in Philly, so I'm thinking she's a Jersey girl. But anyways, she married into a whiskey-making family. And I want to sing this song to her. It's called Whiskey Drinking Girls. Now, it used to be called something else. I tried to give it one of them fancy Bob Dylan names so no one would understand what in the hell I was talking about. But it's just way easier to call it Whiskey Drinking Girls. Whiskey drinking girls like boys who drink the whiskey. Oh, it's so true. They will catch your eye and then there's nothing left a whiskey boy can do. Whiskey drinking girls by boys who drink the whiskey.
sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes in the middle of the night. Well, the whiskey drinking girls ride the boys who drink the whiskey. Oh, it's so true. They will ride them deep into the morning after the night is through. When the red wine won't satisfy, the whiskey will pacify you. Whiskey drinking girls like girls who drink the whiskey. Oh, it's a fact. First they steal some kisses, and then they put a knife right in your back. Well, the whiskey drinking girls love the girls who drink the whiskey. Oh, it's so true. They will scream across the room until their faces turn blue. When the darkness won't go away, he's just a stone's throw away from you. Girls who drink whiskey can charm you out of your mind. They'll make you think the good life has left you behind. So you must follow them. Whiskey drinking girls love those who drink the whiskey. Oh, yes, they do. All right. Thank you. I'm checking in for the requests here. Wow, checking in from Seattle. Harry, all right, how you doing, man? That's a friend of mine. Harry O, running a house show out there in Seattle. Hope everything's good. This is nice. Basically, Natalie's has provided not only an amazing meal for me tonight, which was worth the drive alone, they've also put up a big screen so I can see. And if you want to put anything absolutely embarrassing up on that screen, that's fine with me too. Got no secrets here. Working through it. I'm a songwriter. I get to just drop all these secrets down on you. Let me see here. Lindy asked for Rewind. Well, that is not on the set list, but I'm going to play it for you right now. I'm going to try it in the key of A here. This is a tune that I wrote in Columbus, Ohio, up living across the way from a place called Dick's Den. And yeah, I was, I was observing some people, as I do as an armchair anthropologist, and I wrote down this tune. Pretty much the length that it takes to sing it is how long it took to write it. It's called Rewind. Jimmy's got this thing for my woman. Well, she's not really mine. She's just all that I have. She drives me to work in the morning, and I wash her dishes at night. Together we are something, together always, fighting like lovers, you know, every single day. We love and hate each other. I am sane, 'cause I told myself so. Quite sane as I watch her walk around the bar. She buys my friends drinks, because they love to drink. She is weak, or at least she tells them so. She is tired of letting me spend the night, and when I look into her eyes, she tells me, go and get a life. So I kill myself each and every night, yeah. And I don't even know what I want, or maybe what I want is what you hate. What you hate more is all of your stupid friends telling you how to live your life, because nobody knows, just you and I. Now rewind, let me watch it all over, all over, it's all over. And if I build a world on top of your word, then we'll have a running game. And if this game should ever end, then I will know that it's time for bed. But you don't sleep tight when you've been alone too long. So turn to me now and rest your face in my hand, because he and they, or they will never really know what does sink and what does float. So as you lay down, down, down next to me, well, I pray your memory does keep on rewind. Said rewind, 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 recline, rewind. Let me watch it all over, all over, it's all over. Jimmy's got this thing for my woman. Well, she's not really mine, she's just all that I have. She drives me to work in the morning, and I'll wash her dishes at night. Together we are something, together always, fighting like lovers, you know, every single day. We love and hate each other, but now Jimmy's got this thing for my woman. Well, she's never been mine, we've just killed a lot of times together. Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna play a song that I wrote in Nashville. Over in East Nashville, we got this road that cuts through it. It's called the Gallatin Pike, and it's pretty windy, pretty curvy. I was on it today. Drove my daughter to school and her friend Louie, and Well, the Gallatin Pike is more dangerous today because people are texting and driving on it and stuff. So let's just hold those thoughts inside and hope for the best. And basically, this goes out to the great John Hartford, who's buried off the Gallatin Pike over there, and as you cross the bridge into Madison. And in the tradition of writing a blues tune, a country blues tune about a place that's you're familiar with or a place that freaks you out a little bit, this is the Gallatin Pike Blues. If this stray dog keep on howling, I believe I'm gonna lose my mind. He cries all the night through, keeping a stray dog time. Some folks say they live on the right side. Some folks say they live on the wrong. Well, it's all the same to me, babe, when I got no one waiting at home. Andrew Jackson walked down to the river on his way up to Washington. Shot a man for calling him a coward, then washed his hands. Where the policeman is hiding out, he gonna make your life a living hell. He's got your old room waiting at the Davidson County Jail. So true. Well, I gave you good reason to doubt me, and I gave you good reason to roam. Watch me jump back off this old freight and call this crooked pike my home. From the Cumberland, I can see the stones where they laid John Hartford down. And his song still plays so gentle on all our minds. Turn your radio on. Thank you. A little country blues for you there. Let's play another new song. I was able to record this just a few weeks ago. It was the last song I recorded, the 10th song for this new record. And I recorded it with some friends of mine, old Packy and Ryan from upstate New York. Tommy was there. And went in with Brad Jones and Robin Eaton. Had some really good friends, Nikki Barber and Amanda Stone come in and sing on it. And it's going to be the first song on the new album. At least that's the way I'm listening to it now as I drive around before I master it. And it's also going to be the title track to the album. And this song is called You Don't Really Know Me. don't really know me. You really know next to nothing about me. I take you by the hand, make you understand. You don't really know me. I was born by a raging river to a mother that did deliver 6 children to no harm. I was the 7th she held in her arms. My sisters taught me how to tie my shoes. My brothers taught me the deep river blues. One told me I could ride a bug. Another showed me how to bait a hook. And you don't really know me. You really know next to nothing about me. I take you by surprise, make you realize that you don't really know me. You don't really know me. Sometimes you learn from your mistakes. Other times you stubbornly nurse the pain. Either way, it takes more than one mistake to define a lifetime or trace a lifeline. Yeah, you don't really know me. Guitar solo in there, baby. You don't really know me. You really know next to nothing about me. I take you by surprise, make you realize not just all the miles in between all the goodbyes. It's what will never end and how I will defend the freedom that I need, the love that I believe, the feeling underneath, the lines that go between, to give you some idea of what I really feel. You could get to know me. You don't really know me. Now you know a little. Come on. All right. Haven't played that out much. That's one that requires a little backbeat behind it, a little band behind it. So I was kind of grateful to, if these songs can't stand on their own with an acoustic guitar, though, maybe they're not songs. So it's good to play it solo acoustic. I am used to that band kicking it pretty hard behind me, and Packy B on the electric guitar. I invited one other guitar player to play on this new record. Nashville is full of guitar players, but I'm like, I can play guitar. Maybe I should play the guitar. Play the guitar on my record. And Brad Jones played a little guitar on it as well. So did Tommy. There's, plenty of guitars around that town. This is the guitar that I bring everywhere I go. This guitar is named Paco. It was named by a deadhead in Paris, France. I was living in a flat in the 20th arrondissement, and this band called the Grateful Dead came through town, and I did not go to the show. But I slept as many hippies as I could fit, as many travelers, sweet travelers as I could fit, on the floor of my flat in Paris. And in the morning, one of them asked me, "Does that guitar of yours have a name?" I'm like, "No." He said, "Paco." Named my guitar for me, and I don't know, maybe he'd been traveling through Spain, but Paco here and I have been through a lot together. We've had a lot of glue on the fret jobs, a couple of bangs, a couple of dents to the shell. We've traveled quite a bit. And one of the places we've been is this very small town with a curious name in Ohio here. It's called New Straitsville, part of the Appalachian part of Ohio down there in the southeast corner. And that area, New Straitsville, is known back in the coal mining days when they still mined coal back there. They were known for making a lot of moonshine. There was like 70-some stills of moonshine in the area. And there's a story about how the miners gathered in the cave, a local cave that's in New Straitsville, to unionize. And they ended up getting kind of toasty drunk on the moonshine, and they set the mine on fire, and it burns to this day. Now, this song only has just a little bit of moonshine in it, but since I wrote it, they give me moonshine, and when I go there, and I, of course, put it in the gas tank, and I use it to get up the road. This is the old New Straitsville Blues, and I want to thank my brothers for playing all those Doc Watson albums for me early on to get me into that flat picking. Broke down again on Refugee Road with smoke coming out of the hood. And the man at the station says I might be broke down for good. The corn was high and so was I, between the smoke and the shine and the pill. I put my thumb out on Route 33 for a ride through the Hawking Hills. And I get tired of these hard times, paying the traveler's dues. I'm gonna settle down in a southern town with the old New Straitsville Blues. Circled back to Circleville to find me a girl or two. One of them wouldn't jump out of the fire and do what I had to do. Yes, I put my knee down on the frozen ground and I stole that girl from town. Nobody cares to see my face when I come back around. I get tired of these hard times, paying the traveler's dues. I'm gonna settle down in a southern town with the old New Straitsville Blues. So many miles behind me, how many more to go? Last night somebody offered the jug. I said, no son, I've had enough. I've had enough of these hard times, paying the traveler's dues. I'm gonna settle down in a southern town with the old New Straitsville Blues. Yes, I've had enough of your hard times, paying the traveler's dues. I'm gonna settle down in a southern town with the old New Straitsville Blues. Thank you, friends. Anybody out there in the Buckeye State, in the central Ohio area, must remind you of the great food that you can get here at Natalie's. I know they didn't bring that pear salad down from the Worthington store, but I'll be lobbying for that later. But let me tell you, food, quality food, and you can help support a local business. It's working hard. You know, this is it's a beautiful venue here, and I was watching a little bit of that Hoodoo Soul Band stream, and those guys are amazing. The Columbus Legends, the kind of band that just does it for you every week, and they've been live streaming from here too. So check back in with Natalie's when you can, and support your local business. Thanks all of you for supporting all of us monkeys who are getting by here. I'm going to play a tune that is going to be on the new record. This is a new one. I wrote this. I went down to the demonstration down in Nashville, and on the way there, I talked to this old woman in a store near me, and I told her I was afraid. I was afraid to leave my home that day. I was afraid to go downtown. And she said, "Son, that's what I feel every day." And she said, "That's what I feel for my son. I'm afraid for my babies every day leaving." And I took her words and I wrote this tune, a little bit of awareness of privilege and whatnot. This is called "Son, My Son." Down to the market to buy whatever I needed. I told the woman who worked there I was afraid to go downtown. She said, "Son, my son, that's what I feel every day. Son, my son, that's what I feel every day." Back in my automobile to fill the tank again. I told the station worker I was afraid to go downtown. She said, "Son, my son, that's what I feel every day. Son, my son, that's what I feel every day." I faced all the police. I saw the fear behind their eyes. I just wanted to tell them, "Son, my son, we don't have to live this way. Son, my son, we don't have to live this way. Sons and daughters, we don't have to live this way." God for an answer. I really just wanted one answer. How do we help each other? She said, "Son, my son, that's what I ask every day. Son, my son, that's what I ask every day. Son, my son, that's what I ask every day. Son, my son, that's what I ask every day." All right. Okay. I stared up at the screen for a second there. I see some of my college flatmates are sending some dark humor my way. Or it's very well hidden. It's a very inside bit. My best friend, Giuseppe Cidiello, traveled all through Europe with him. Grew up with him in Akron, Ohio. He's really obsessed with pants lately. Dad pants, man pants. And and he sent me and a pair through the mail, and I thank you, Joe. They're in the car. I'll wear them on the drive back home. They're my driving pants. I promise I will get those pants back on. Got to work on the pants bit. Okay. Oh, Donna checking in. Cool. How you doing? Good to hear from you. Mike Branham asking for Bitters Past. Okay, I'll get on that one. Let me play one more song from the Paco and the Melodic Polaroids album. I went down to Bristol, Virginia a couple years ago, and I made a vinyl record. I recorded directly onto vinyl and straight to lacquer, direct to lacquer as they call it, the way that the Carter family might have done in Bristol back in the day. I recorded 10 full songs that way. And this is the first song on side 2, and it is, it's called Broken Hearted Man. Walk way up high in highest hill for to ease my mind. Way up high in highest hill for to ease my troubled mind. Way up in highest hills, I won't see yellow kind. I'm a broken-hearted man. Across through the falling water and my feet got soaking wet. Across through the falling water and my feet got soaking wet. I wandered and I wandered, but I ain't stopped walking yet. I'm a broken-hearted man. A broken-hearted man has no one left to blame. A broken-hearted man hangs his head in shame. In shame. Darling heartbreaker, how do you sleep at night? Darling heartbreaker, how do you sleep at night? We all pick the poison that helps us to sleep tight, sleep tight. I'm a broken-hearted man. A broken-hearted man has no one left to blame. A broken-hearted man hangs his head in shame. Broken-hearted man still calls out your name, your name. Lost your trail on the darkest night and it brought me to my knees. I lost your trail on the darkest night and it brought me to my knees. I'm praying for your happiness so I can find some peace, some peace. I'm a broken-hearted man. Broken-hearted man has no one left to blame. A broken-hearted man hangs his head in shame. A broken-hearted man still still calls out your name. Your name. I walk way up high in the highest hills for to ease my mind. Thank you so much. To get back in tune here for Mike Branham, play him a song, one of the first songs I ever wrote. It's a waltz. I'm sure I had a thing that I was doing at that time. I would just take a Beatles song, I would take their chords and rearrange them, play them in a different order. I think this song comes from even before when I just took their chords. I figured, they were taking Chuck Berry's chords, so I could take a few of theirs. And this is one of the first tunes I wrote. And it's a drinking song. It goes out to all my friends in Circleville and family in Circleville. And maybe some of you down in Paper City as well. This is a tune called Bitters Past. I remember too many drinking songs, and then I broke the bottle. The drink was all gone. It's a curse, or worse, the wine-stained letters at the bottom of your purse that say, I miss hanging with you, I miss laying with you. Well, I don't want to grow old just a drinking, but I could grow old drinking with you. I know too many of them drinking songs, and then the bottle broke, the songs are all gone. I'm up a hill until I crack my skull on your wagon wheel, but still, I miss driving to you, I miss riding with you. Most of all, I don't want to grow old just a drinking, but I could grow old drinking with you. You bring the bottle, and I'll bring the glass. We'll scrape the bottom and swallow the bitters past. Said I don't want to grow old just a drinking, but I could grow old drinking with you. Down at Shifty's Tavern, I know too many of them drinking songs. When I broke the bottle, drink songs, they both gone. It's a curse, or worse, the wine-stained letters at the bottom of your purse that say, I miss hanging with you, I miss laying with you. Most of all, I don't want to grow old just a drinking, but I could grow old drinking with you. You bring the bottle, and I'll bring the glass. We'll scrape the bottom and swallow the bitters past. Said I don't want to grow old just a drinking, but I could grow drinking with you. Said I don't want to grow old always a drinking, but I could grow. Said I could grow old drinking with you, drinking with you, drinking with you, drinking with you. Oh, thank you so much. All right, I want to play a new song for you, Mike Branham. And, my friend Mark Barnhill is checking in from Alaska. I assume that's Mark Barnhill. Dana, sending love from Texas. Good to hear my Oklahoma and Alaska friends are here. Well, she lives in Texas now, but she's a girl from Oklahoma. Am I right? All right. Mark Barnhill checking in from the top of a mountain, or near the top of a mountain. That's Flat Top Mountain. Some mighty fine blueberry patches up there, people, and he's not going to tell you where they are. But you can just, figure it out. Figure it out. All my Alaskan friends, oh my gosh, and my Oklahoma friends, I hope I get to see you soon. I am booked to play. I'm going to play a gig. I'm booked in July next year in Alaska, way out in the middle of nowhere, going fishing. Mark is going to be very interested in this. Kind of a safari trip. And then I'm going to play Mark's house. He doesn't know that yet, but we're going to have a barbecue at his house. Next year, going to be all about the barbecues, the driveway shows. If you want to get involved, it's pretty easy to find me, pretty easy to get a hold of. You can start by going through Charlie. You can start by going to timeaston.com. And I'm easy to find, and you can find me on all those social media sites and whatnot. And but I'll be up there in Alaska next summer, we hope, and hopefully I'll get to come back to Woody Fest and play in Oklahoma again someday. In the meantime, I want to play a new song. I wrote this song the night that John Prine passed away. It was a full moon, and there's a station called WMOT, a roots radio station there. Has the honor of being the station that was the first station that ever played my music, where my daughter heard me on the radio and came to find me and said, Daddy, you're on the radio. And so kind of close to my heart there, the station. It's a roots station. Nashville's full of amazing stations. And of course, the first radio station that ever played my music is right here in Columbus, Ohio, WCBE 90.5. Thanks, Maggie, for continuing to spin those records. Some DJs back in the day, John Peterson and Max, they were playing, I was making cassettes. I was working for Ohio State Traffic and Parking, making cassettes and stuff and bringing them down there, and they encouraged my songwriting. So much thanks to all you radio stations. I heard John Prine's voice on the radio the night that he passed, and the late but oh so very wonderful and great John Prine will have his songs with us for eternity, and I'm pretty sure that everyone that can hear me right now is familiar with the records of John Prine, but just in case you're not, it's pretty easy to go look some up and be comforted by that calm, sweet voice of his. And this is a song that I wrote. It's going to be on the new record. And it's called Voice on the Radio. There's a full moon over Nashville town. The streets are nearly quiet, save the barking dogs and the occasional siren, and your voice on the radio, calm and sweet and cool and low. Voice on the radio gets me by. There's a souvenir for every joint you played, from Chicago to Galway town. Somewhere lovers are laughing as they lay each other down to your voice on the radio, calm and sweet and cool and low. Voice on the radio makes them smile. Well, tonight I cannot hold you close. There's a lockdown on the land. Someday we gonna raise a glass and play one with the band. Sing the one about paradise or the way that the world goes around. You may toss your burden when you hear the sound of his voice on the radio. Calm and sweet and cool and low. Voice on the radio helps you cry. When you're down at the bottom, nowhere to turn to, well, I know one solution to lift you from your blue. His voice on the radio, calm and sweet and cool and low. Voice on the radio gets you high. Voice on the radio, calm and sweet and cool and low. Voice on the radio gets you high. God bless John Prine. All right. So just a couple more tunes. I thank you for hanging out, all of you out there in the universe. Oh, Sean Quigley is there. Diane is asking for Poor Poor LA. Okay, all right, you got it. This is a song that I wrote way in the bottom of Mexico, and God knows what it's about, really. Just kind of came out this way. I do remember I wrote it on a Baby Taylor, and had to kind of learn to play it differently on the bigger guitar. It's called Poor Poor LA. I've seen your imagination miles above the halfway station. Always working, always making something for the pile. Then you set it all on fire. You can learn to make something real that comes from the heel of your life. I'm still trying. You don't have to break your mama's heart to change the world. No, no. A pack of dull monkeys could ride circles around that fourth grade mumbly slang, stream of consciousness job that you call a song. Is that gonna be your story? But you don't have to break it, your mama's heart, to change the world. You're never gonna change your mind. Don't just rearrange your lies into a straight line. Not too many years ago, there was hippies killing people a mile away from the Marlboro Man. Now they're sandpaper pants on the gutter punks and lowriders with their heads in the trunks, walking in fours, kicking in the doors, cutting it up and filling their cup. But you don't have to break it, your mama's heart, world. No, 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 hard to change the world, change the world. Poor LA, poor LA, poor LA, poor LA. All right. Thank you so much. Hey, I want to thank Corey for the sound tonight, and Charlie for inviting me down to play, Charlie and Natalie, and thank you to Mitch for the video, running the video thing, and our friends at Ohiolina. Is that right? Ohiolina, yes. Do you guys do workshops at this Ohiolina thing? Like teaching stuff? Is there any workshop positions open? I'm nominating myself to come in and do Bring Your Troubadour to Work day. And I do teach a songwriting workshop up in Alaska for anybody that's interested. My friend Solveig is... Yes? Oh, yes. Get a yes now, yeah. Well, I love doing workshops. I love teaching as well. And this year's Campfire Propaganda Workshop was to be in Homer, Alaska at the Bunnell Street Gallery. And it was postponed until next year. So I'll be up in Alaska. Get a hold of me if you're interested in coming up. And, you know, I can't say that I will definitely teach you, you know, I'll teach you how to write a song, yeah. But mostly what I'm going to teach you to do is just to honor the heroes of your heroes. And, you know, we're going to go fishing and set some stuff on fire. And maybe you'll be inspired to write songs. And you got to come way up to Alaska for that, though. For the Ohiolina, well, that, you know, be in touch with that. Stay in tune. And I would love to come and play. I'd love to do a kids tent show. I want to play a song that I wrote for my daughter. This year has actually been a really big year for me staying at home, like most of us, and therefore I've been able to spend a lot more time with my 10-year-old. Super grateful for that. Now she knows all the swear words, and it's been a big year. It's been a big year, and it's time for bed, Ellington, by the way. I'm an hour behind here in Ohio, so Tennessee time. Let's go, Rosebud Thorn. Get to it. This is a song that I wrote for her, and it was on the request thing earlier. And I will, I guess I could wrap the night up. If I've been playing for more than an hour, I have no inner clock when it comes to that stuff. I have a lot of new songs, and you know how to keep in touch with me. I'll tell you what, I'll play 2 more. Does that sound reasonable? Dos mas songs. Because I want to play, play a song that I wrote for songwriters, and then the closing song for my daughter. This second to last song is something that I started in Okemah, Oklahoma, the birthplace of Woody Guthrie. And out in the parking lot there, we're having a jam, and Mr. John Fulbright was playing this guitar. I went inside, started writing this song, and I finished it in Kansas City at this thing called the Folk Alliance, which is something that Charlie Jackson and I do every year. This year it was in New Orleans just before the quarantine started, and next year it's canceled, but the Folk Alliance is a very special kind of collection of songwriters. We get together every year, and sometimes late at night in hotel rooms you get to hear some really special tunes. Anyways, I finished the song at Folk Alliance. It's called Burning Star. I heard your voice out in the parking lot. It was 3 a.m. The bar doors are all locked. Bottle was passed with an old guitar. and you conjure the sound of a burning star, burning star, burning star. The night sky spits fire wherever you are, and wherever you are is another place you'll never be again. We can all see hell dancing in your eyes as you're crossing the pond, tossing out your lines. You might reel one in, but you'll never get far, only warmed by the embers of a burning star, burning star, burning star, scattering ashes over battle scars. And wherever you are is another place you'll never be again. Listening to you now in this hotel room. You're singing two girls of some lonesome tune. I only see a shadow of who you really are. Just ash and smoke signals from a still burning star. Burning star, burning star, the night sky spits fire wherever you are. Burning star, burning star, scattering ashes over battle scars. And wherever you are, there you go. And wherever you go, there you are. And wherever you are is another place you'll never be again. All right. Thank you so much, folks. Thanks for supporting all the songwriters and all your friends that are going through rough times right now. When I see you reaching out to each other, you're my heroes when you do that. I appreciate all you frontline friends. Big shout out to Megan Palmer, who's a nurse down in Tennessee. And yeah, call your nurses. Check in, ask them how they're doing, and mean it. I'm gonna wrap up with a song that I wrote for my daughter. This is the last song of the night, the last song on the American Fork album. And by request. And for you, love you guys so much. Appreciate all the support. And hope to see you soon. This is On My Way. I love my darling until the end of time. I love my darling so dear. And I thank you day and night for understanding when I must be leaving here. Like the trucks out on the highway, like the seasons in the day, like the river that passes through your town. I really must be on my way. This whole damn thing started long ago. I didn't just wake up one day and fly. My mother and my father sent me on many long journeys. So today I simply must abide. Like the trucks out on the highway, like the seasons in the day, like the river that passes through your town. I really must be on my way. Yes, I have lived in many big cities and a few small towns along the way. It does not matter where I lay my hat, I'm gonna be coming back to you someday. Like the trucks out on the highway, like the seasons in the days, like the river that passes through your town. I really must be on my way. Like all the trucks out on that highway, like the seasons in the days, like the river that passes through this town. I really must be on my way. 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 Thank you so much. See you next time. Peace. And check. Wow. Thanks so much, you guys.
I come alive in the dark. Baby, I come alive in the dark.